we talked about how our plan has 3 parts. So who wants to say, what's the first thing that we said we were going to do for those who weren't here? How are we going to tell Walmart's corporate office what we want now that Duke slammed the door in our face? Or didn't open his open doors?
Video, we're going to make a video.
All right, we're going to make a video petition. So we're going to have a petition with all of you speaking, going through each of these bullet points. We're going to videotape it. We're going to post it up on YouTube, send it to Mike Duke, get it all over. You guys ready for that? All right. Now raise your hand again if you and your store and your fellow associates are at the point where you're going to go take on your manager and go to them directly and give them these demands. Raise your hand if you're going to do that. All right, so let's yell out the store numbers that are going to do these delegations.
2596. 3537.
2596. All right, anybody remember when are we going to do this? 28th of October, right on. All right, so now what is the thing that we need to do to make sure that this is successful, we keep building, and we have the power to really do what we need to do to win?
Stay united. And we need to get now involved in finance.
Right, so we've got now joining us. We can invite other community organizations to be with us on these delegations. But what are each of us going to go out and do walking out of this meeting to make sure that this is successful? Right.
Educate other associates.
Right, so who's going to go and talk to 5 to 10 other associates and get them involved in this issue? Raise your hand.
Educate.
All right, and just to put it in perspective, if we've got 100 leaders around the country, and each of those folks goes and talks to 5 or 10 people, we're reaching between 500 and 1,000 associates and getting them engaged in the organization. Do you think we can do that? I know this group can, because you guys have amazing leadership. So while we're waiting for our guests to arrive, and I just want to let folks know that we will be doing a pause at that point so that they can get an introduction and have everybody, have one person who I think we've already spoken with from each delegation from each state stand up and say that you're here. But while we're waiting for them to come, and then there's going to be a group that's going to go meet with them, but we want to go back to the table discussions and talk about 3 things. So one is, if you plan to take these to your managers directly, how are you going to get other associates to go with you? Right? Right, so what's your plan to do that? So that's one question. The second question is, how are we going to use these issues to get more